So I just figured I'd give you guys an update now. It's a few days later, and I wanted to show you. On this one, we actually left the box because there were a lot of displaced bees with all the robbing when we left. So we left a nook box up there with some brood comb, and it looks like the bees have actually started to take to it really, really well, which is exactly what we wanted. When I left, there was bees all over the side of the house there at the original entrance. There was bees all flying around, you know, in here. Again, it was total crazy robbing mess. And you can see now there's one bee buzzing around up there confused, but there's nobody, steady traffic in and out of that hole. Nobody down here all over the ground confused. So they've settled down a lot, they figured it out, and it looks like here, just watching again on steady traffic, it looks like they're readily going in and out of the box. There's a couple, they kind of fly over there towards that hole, but then they turn and fly into the box instead. So it doesn't look like anybody is going into the old entrance. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. So with that, we'll be able to come back now of an evening and take that box, take it home, and we'll have every last bee. And then we'll come back and we'll do our repairs. So we're back out here at Miss Carolyn's place, and we're going to be doing a repair on this one. You guys remember we got the bees out of the, they were up here inside this double brick wall. So we'd started this job on taking down the vinyl siding over here, only to find that they weren't accessible there because they were inside the double brick wall. So we had to come inside and take this down. So anyway, we're back today. I've got all the bricks that I took out. Only one of them, actually on the whole thing, only one of them broke. These right here are little filler bricks. They were broke when I took them out. This one cracked, but we should be able to put it back together and be just fine. But I've got all the bricks cleaned up, got all the old mortar knocked off of them, and I'm going to mix up a little batch of new mortar now and see if we can start slapping them back up there, I guess. So I just figured I'd give you guys a peek once again. Still see a little bit of the combs. I scraped everything off real good. But starting in on the brickwork here and coming up. Not gonna lie, it's not my best work, but you know what? It's my only work. It's the first time I've ever done masonry, but I like it. It's stacking up real nice. It looks real good. It's just a little awkward trying to fill in a hole. It's a lot easier when you're, you know, starting from the ground up and just keep everything level and tight as you go. So this is kind of, I'm having to be careful. These bricks, these two here, actually, as I was trying to work, they wanted to fall out. Like I caught them, set them up there for now, but I caught them so they didn't fall down inside the wall. But kind of, my hole got a little bigger as it's supposed to be getting smaller. But I'll have to take them down, knock the mortar off them, and redress them. But otherwise, so far, coming up real nice. Okay, so the brickwork is done. And that was, yeah, that's a first for me. Show you guys. The mortar looks gray and mismatched right now, but it should dry and lighten up quite a bit. I was trying to find, you know, something that specified that it was a white mortar like this, but I really couldn't find anything, so just had to get what I could get and patch it in. It kind of looks like maybe I got a little bulge out, which I didn't put a level or anything on it as I was working, but whatever, it's all stacked back up there and grouted in. The hardest part was, of course, the very last brick to stand up in place. It was very, very delicate work to get it to stand up and not fall over backwards into the wall and lose it. I did end up with one spare brick because this one was just kind of stuck in there funny and wasn't really doing anything. So it's not that it's missing per se, it's just where it was sitting, it didn't need to go back. It was just kind of stuck in there as an artifact, so it's left out. But we'll get all that busted rock and stuff cleaned up and hauled off. Okay, and just like that, the vinyl soffit is back up. I gotta say, I really like it. I like how easy it was to put that back up. I like that I was able to take it down and, you know, cut a hole behind it when I was looking for the bees. A lot of houses I've seen, they don't even have the hole behind it. You know, there's just fur strip or whatever framing that has the nails in it. But that's a little dirty laying on the ground. Anyway, to wash the house. Anyway, yeah, it was nice. I didn't have to actually patch up that hole in the plywood. It's not structural, you know. The soffit's what's keeping your bugs and your weather out. And yeah, then this just piece of aluminum face trim that slips up underneath of that drip edge real nice, and then just a couple of trim nails to hold it in. So that's all put back up. The mortar's all done on the brick on the inside. I'm gonna get up here with a tube of caulk real quick and fill in that hole. Remember, originally that was the original entrance hole, so I'm gonna get up here with a tube of clear caulk and gob that sucker full, and then put a little clear caulk on the inside, and we'll be done.